tests. Spiritual tests was a notion that Rudy had, which I believe he sort of held from Gurdjieff, although there may have been some notion of that, around Nityananda or Muktananda, I don't know. That's possible. And I suppose, there were enough, insults that Rudy had to experience in relationship to Muktananda that maybe that's where that idea came from. I don't know. But, I feel like it creates just the idea of that this is to identify something as a test, creates an unnecessary tension and an unnecessary mental and emotional entanglement in the outcome of some experience or another, or all experience, that is completely unhelpful and ultimately nonsense. How do we decide, how do we understand what the difference is between a test and a, unique form of creativity that is, a function of our own creative process? We have a creative process, and sometimes in that process we, find the energy and the inspiration to go forward, to keep going in unusual ways. And we might think of that, in the context of our Judeo-Christian morality as something. We might have some judgment that's completely useless and meaningless and a lie. So let's just skip the idea of tests. There's no, I have, and here's another thing about it. Having grown up in Catholicism, I have for the whole of my spiritual life, looked for some kind of sign or omen or even vision of a judge. There is no judge. There's no judge, there's no test. Life is an extraordinary creative journey that, if we really engage it, will take us, places we never imagined we would go. Some of it light, some of it shadow, all of it astonishing and amazing. So let's forget tests. I dropped that long, long ago. Maybe Rudy used it as a way to motivate people to stay focused through some experience or another. And that's cool. But the truth is this: you have to be committed to your own life and your own growth. You have to understand that, interconnectedness is the source of our ultimate success. Our commitment is very personal. Our commitment has to be very deep. Our success is in the inspiration that we're able to draw in from around us, and taking in that inspiration, that nourishment, that energy, that of our environment, we can grow large. But if we're if we understand that, we succeed. If we get too tangled up in ourselves, or we get too tangled up in others, and we stay that way, we will, of course, we'll always, at some point we'll always be tangled up inside, at other points we'll be tangled up outside. If we can't maintain a flow, there's nothing to talk about.